Hi, I'm Alan Kay, and I'm the author of a new book called Fry the Monkeys, Create a Solution. This book's for people who work in organizations. You could be a manager, you could be a team leader, you could be a staff person, and for people who serve organizations such as coaches and consultants. And it's a tool to help them improve their work performance and get better results out of people. This book will help you see change happening right away. It will allow you to help people get to solutions quicker. There's 3 values in this book. 1, it sets out to help you understand why getting to solutions quicker in organizations is an imperative. We can't run our organizations any longer getting stuck in problems, not making progress quickly. 2, it'll tell you some of the ingredients of the model solution focus that you can use to make progress and help people get to solutions quicker. And 3, using those ingredients, it's got a bunch of recipes that you can try right away to help people see for themselves that they can make progress on what they think are problems, but in fact don't really exist. It's not about problem phobia. Problems exist in organizations. Some of these problems need to be solved by people like scientists and engineers and accounting people and mechanics and so on. The problem we're talking about is the human problem. The human problems that are created by people not understanding what each other want, by not seeing that they have a lot more in common than they realize, and by not realizing that discussing the problem simply slows them down from making progress. I was at a client meeting the other day, and I was asking them what they wanted to get better, which encouraged them to talk about what the problem was. And within a couple of minutes, they had worked themselves up into a lather about how complex things were and had lost sight of some of the goals and the outcomes of what they were looking for. It didn't take them long to move from a sense of purposefulness about their strategy to a sense of helplessness, because what they kept talking about was the human problems of taking on the changes that they needed to do. I helped them by asking them, yes, in spite of the problems, what's working? So we got an inventory of what's already working and things they didn't have to change. And secondly, we scaled down their expectations of change, because they were talking about an enormous amount of change happening all at once and getting fearful. I got them to think about what we would do in the next meeting that would lead to some progress, and came up with some very specific action steps so that they could see some solutions in front of them, albeit solutions to making progress, not to resolving the huge problem that they had concocted in their mind. What we actually did was take them away from the feeling of helplessness towards hopefulness that they could provide solutions. Don't forget, these were pretty smart people. They had kind of unsmartened themselves by talking so much about the problem. They noticed they were smart when I asked them what sort of small steps they could take. In some respects, it is a quick fix in terms of if you use the process, you'll get lots of quick fixes. But it doesn't come from out of thin air, out of the head of a guru. It's been around for a long time. It actually comes from the social services and the therapy world. It's been used in organizations for about the last 10 years, and it's been used in the therapy world for over 30 years, where it's very widely known. It's not deeply researched in the academic sense, but there's been a tremendous amount of field research which gives it substance. Unlike the guru models, the client is the expert in the change. It's the changes they want to make, and that makes it more sustainable. Everybody's a good facilitator. We just don't use it all the time, one way or another. What the book does is help you use the tools in a way that you'll see your own facilitation skills emerging. Exactly. Solution focus isn't a complicated process. And I set out to make it accessible through this book. It's not about the weight of the book, but the weight of the ideas in the book. And if you only use a couple of tools in this book, you'll be getting compliments from people right away. When we talk about problems that exist in organizations, we talk about one particular illustration, which is that the manager who takes on the problem monkeys that the staff bring them, and how the manager needs to, if they don't already realize, stop taking on people's problems and in fact teach people how to deliver solutions. Hence the title. I've been in the change business since I started my career. I started in the advertising industry and 15 years ago moved into the consulting business. In advertising, we were trying to change people's opinion about brands and products and so on. And since then, it's about persuading people to change their opinions of each other in order to notice that they can collaborate and get things done.